Hi everyone, today we're going to be doing some yoga for when you are on your menstrual cycle. This is Freya, it looks like she'll be joining us today. So while you're on your cycle, you might be feeling cramps or you might be feeling bloated. All of that's normal. We're just going to be doing some stretches to help us through that pain or discomfort. We're going to start at the back of our mat in child's pose. Try to make this a really restorative pose, not worrying about what it looks like. Just letting yourself settle here into the mat. Maybe cradling the head in the arms like I am, or maybe bringing forehead to the mat, whatever feels best. Start to gently lift your head, pressing into the palms to lift your chest. We're going to make our way to a seated position. And you can either stagger your right shin in front of the left one, or you can stack it on top. If the right shin is on top, keep both feet flexed, stacking ankles and knees. And maybe you have a little bit of a gap here between ankle and knee like I do today. Maybe you don't. Either way is perfectly fine. It'll vary by the day for everybody. You can either stay lifted tall, or if it feels good, you can start to fold forward. Letting your hands come to the mat, your spine rounding forward. Use your hands to help lift you up. We'll straighten this right leg out in front of us. And then fold forward over the leg. No need to push or pull. Probably not coming to your full range of motion. Gently walk the hands in. And then we're going to widen the knees apart here, coming to face more at a diagonal. Left hand comes behind you, right arm up as you lift your hips, creating lots of space down the side of your body. Reaching fingertips away from toes. And set the hips down. We'll take a side bend. Left arm up and over, right arm reaching toward your ankle or foot. Keep that left shoulder rolling back. And lift up through center. We're going to switch sides, starting with the left leg either in front or on top of the right. Maybe staying lifted or maybe folding forward. Start to lift up, straightening the left leg in front of you, and fold over the leg. Really let your head be heavy here. Start to walk your hands in. Widen the knees apart, facing at a diagonal. Right hand comes behind you, left arm up as you lift your hips forward. Really reaching fingertips away from toes. Relax your neck. Set the hips down and find your side bend. Rolling the right shoulder back. Come on up. We're going to make our way onto our bellies, cradling your head in your arms. Once you're here, maybe shifting your hips side to side. Start to lift up onto your elbows in our Sphinx. And then roll into side Sphinx on one side. Stacking one hip over the other. And you can either stay low down here on the elbow, or you can start to lift here, pressing into the palms. Just depending on how intense you would like the stretch to be right now. During this time of month, I recommend not pushing yourself too hard. We're just looking to get a gentle stretch to relieve the symptoms of our cycle. Start to lower down, move through center. Take a breath here. And then roll to the second side, stacking one hip over the other, either staying down on the elbow or lifting onto the palms. Release down to the center. Take a breath. And then start to press back onto your knees. You can either come back into child's pose or you can make your way into rabbit. For rabbit, we're going to keep our knees in close toward one another. And then we'll bend forward, placing the crown of the head down on the mat. Catch a hold of your heels with your hands and start to lift your hips up. Set the hips back down, lift the head. We're going to swing our ankles to one side, over to the right. So we're sitting kind of on the left glute here. Right hand catches a hold of one ankle. Left arm comes up and over. Inhale through center. Swing the legs around to the left. Catching a hold of the ankle. Right hand up and over. Inhale to come up. We'll make our way to tabletop here on our hands and knees. And from here, just take any movement that feels intuitive. Maybe some cat-cow motions. Maybe barrel roll with the spine. Or maybe you circle the hips around. Just feel into your body and take any movement that feels nourishing. Coming back through center when you're ready. We're going to step the right foot forward to the top of the mat. Come into a low lunge. Let your hips sink low here, forward and down. You can just rest your chest over the thigh. A lot of the time when we have pain in our lower back on our cycle, it can come from tension through the hips. So stretching those hips is a really great thing to do on your cycle. Tuck the back toes under and lift the left knee. And then just move forward and back here, letting your hips have some buoyancy. Set the back knee down and step back to tabletop. Just like before, take any movement that feels intuitive. Move back through center and we'll step the left leg forward. Hips sink low, chest resting over the thigh. Nothing too strenuous here. Tuck the right toes under to lift the knee, shifting back and forth. And then instead of coming back to tabletop, we're going to step the right foot forward to the top of the mat, widen your feet, and then bend into your knees. Let your upper body dangle, hugging the elbows together. Really relax here into your ragdoll fold, keeping the knees bent. Maybe swaying side to side or front to back. Release hands to the mat. Heels in, toes out, feet a little wider than your hips. Bend generously into your knees. Come to Malasana, your yogi squat. You can either use the hands on the mat for support or bring them to heart center, using elbows to press the knees apart. And especially here in this pose, really focus on letting the energy flow downward. Our menstrual cycle is definitely a time of release, both physically and energetically for most of us. And you can place a prop under your hips if this feels too strenuous for today. We'll make our way onto our back from here. Rocking back, pull your knees into your chest. Rocking side to side, massaging lower back against the mat. You can use your hands, bending the elbows and straightening the arms to move the knees in and out. Release both feet to the floor. And then we're going to pull the right knee in toward our shoulder. Maybe reaching to catch hold of the foot. Stacking ankle over knee. Your left thigh can either flop out to the side or you can straighten it down to the mat, whatever feels best to you today. Just remembering on our cycle, we don't want to push ourselves too far or too hard. Letting the pose be nourishing. Settle here in your half happy baby. If you have the left leg straight, go ahead and bend the knee, bringing the foot flat to the mat. Cross right ankle over the left, either staying here in a figure four or reach through with your hands, holding on wherever is accessible, pulling the knees closer to the chest. Release the hold with your hands. Cross right leg over left, and then drop both legs over to the left. Right arm reaching out long, directing your gaze over to the right. Move back through center. Uncross the legs. Make a windshield wiper motion with the knees back and forth. And we'll repeat those poses on the second side. Left knee comes in toward your shoulder. Maybe reaching to catch a hold of the foot. Right leg can either fall to the side or straight into the mat. Bend the right knee if it was straight, foot flat to the mat. Cross the left ankle over. Maybe coming into your reclined pigeon. No tension here in your neck or shoulders. Your spine is long and flat to the mat. Release the legs. Left leg crosses over right, dropping them down to the right. Left arm reaching out, gazing to the left. Move through center, uncross the legs, make that windshield wiper motion side to side. We're going to make our way to Shavasana next. You can either take the traditional variation of the pose, or you can bend the knees, letting them fall in toward one another, your feet wider than your hips. I prefer this way when I'm on my cycle because sometimes my lower back can feel pretty uncomfortable with both legs straight to the mat. Place both hands over your lower belly, sending the healing energy from your hands into any cramps that you're having. Sometimes just the warmth of my own hands can help alleviate a little bit of that discomfort. Start to deepen your breath, taking little movements with fingers and toes. And then just roll to one side, cradling your head in your arms for a moment. You can use your hands for support as you lift up out of this fetal pose, back into a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Let's take a cleansing breath together. A deep inhale through the nose. A big sigh out your mouth. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. I hope that the rest of your cycle passes smoothly and with as little discomfort as possible. And I also hope that this helped a little bit. Thank you all. Namaste.